Hey Patty, you know what time it is?
I do.
What time is it?
It's time for a
Midweek Update!
Hi everybody.
Welcome back. We hope you had a wonderful weekend last weekend.
We sure did. A good, fun, enjoyable Halloween weekend.
Yep, we went camping with the Fitches, Dave and
Yeah.
Andrea. Had a really nice time.
Yeah, just a nice, relaxing, fun time.
What Andrea doesn't realize is a couple times Dave would get messages, I think, from Andrea saying, quit talking Patrick's ear off. But what Andrea doesn't understand is I can talk just as much as Dave. So Dave, I had a great time. I hope you did too, and we'll do it again soon.
Well,
so.
and I hope they understand that, was it Halloween night? We were sitting around the fire and I was holding Truman. I was so gosh darn tired. The week caught up with me and I kept dozing off at the fire. I was so cold. I was holding on to Truman, but I kept falling asleep.
Yeah, we ended up, so Friday we got over there, I think about 2:33?
Yeah, about 2:30, I think.
Yeah. Mary Jane Thurston, you're going to see that in Sunday's video on Travels with Delaney. I decided to go ahead and do another travel video over there. So you'll see it, but that was an awesome...
Nice park. I liked it. It was small, but it was nice.
I think there might have been about 25 sites there, plus 10 sites. So when Patty says small, it is small.
When we got lucky, we were right along the river.
Yeah, so it's right on the Maumee River. We had Riverside. I'm going to guess those are really hard to get in the summer.
I would think so.
And it's not a very big park.
No.
So if you're looking for a big state park, this is definitely not it. But what was great is there was a really nice gravel walking path to downtown Grand Rapids, Ohio. When I say downtown, it's small.
It's small, but it's later I saw a sign that was the historic downtown, and they've kept it all cute. And there was restaurants and little antique shops and statues, and they had Halloween music playing in one little park area. Neat murals. It was
very cool little town. And then Andrea found, we drove over to it about 2 miles from the...
Not too far.
Yeah, a metro park where there's an old mill, and you could walk along the canal. It's all part of the
Miami-Erie Canal.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the mill wasn't open because of COVID. But it was just gorgeous. So I think
beautiful.
You're going to see a lot of this footage in Sunday's videos. So.
What was so neat there, as we kept walking around and we found neat little places that talked about the flooding, because we talked about how, because we could see the houses on stilts, we're like, I wonder how much it floods here. How much does it flood here? Well, they showed on the side of the grist mill and in another spot the number of feet.
And that's in the video. You'll get to see what the flood levels were. I think you're going to be shocked.
It was crazy. I was like, really? And just the historical stuff about the canal and how the canal worked, and how when the railroad came along, that's when the canals kind of died off, because that was a faster transportation. Because what did it say? To go from there to Cincinnati took 5 days.
5 days, I think.
On that canal.
To go, was it 220 miles?
Something like that. And it was 3 to 6 cents per mile.
Yeah.
I just like that history stuff. That was cool for me. I thought that was neat. I was glad she found it. So
if you ever get into Ohio, this was south
Toledo,
west of Toledo. Mary Jane Thurston.
Yeah.
So pretty cool park. So
and it's cool because it's named after a teacher. She donated her land.
Yeah.
Her farmland. So that was cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apologize, no extra video this week, and probably won't be next week either. Work is just absolutely crazy. Yeah. I am so overwhelmed at work.
Just taking a step back. Chilling
My bakery class is Mondays and Tuesdays, and that's just basically 2 full days every week. And then I have lecture classes on Wednesday and Thursday afternoons. Plus, I have a lecture class on Thursday nights now, and it's just and with traveling last weekend, just.
And you've had to deal with, because you went back in the classroom with quarantine students.
Yeah, I've had some students quarantining.
Because there's not very many students in your class.
No.
And a few of them are quarantined, and now you're trying to figure
Half
out.
my class was quarantined. It's a small class.
It's small, but
yeah.
And so you're having to deal with that too, like me.
So anyway, that's why we didn't get a second video on TWD Life, whatever channel this is. So the big thing was today is Wednesday. You're watching this on Thursday or later. Tex went to the repair shop today.
Woohoo!
So what he told me was that the plans have changed a little bit. Originally, he had told me they would get the part in, he would install it tomorrow, and I could come pick it up tomorrow or Friday. Today when I got there, he told me Lippert would not ship him the part. They want him to re-diagnose it. But
That's probably a good thing.
I think that's actually a good thing.
Just
And
to have another doctor's opinion.
right, because what he told me is that way he can always order in all three parts: the controller, the wiring harness, and the motor, if there's an issue, and he can just because like he said, he doesn't want to install it, have it maybe work, and then us have another issue.
Yeah.
So I'm glad with that. And I told him, I said, we've got like 3 weeks yet before we need it again. So, and he seems awesome. The only thing was, we think our Lance is huge.
But you parked it by what?
He had me parked between 2 mobile suites.
Oh my
like
goodness.
it looks like a
baby.
teardrop. Yeah. So
those mobile suites are huge.
yeah, and he said he's just been swamped.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, I was telling him about the YouTube channel and about our video from Sunday, and he totally agreed with me on a lot of the issues because he kind of gets stuck in the middle. He's trying to repair these units for people, and he even said a lot of it is parts, component parts. But now his issue is he can't even get the parts.
Oh, jeez.
Just like he was saying, if you drive, he was telling me, he said, you should go drive towards Elkhart. And for those of you not familiar, we are the RV capital of the world here in Northeast Indiana.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of RV manufacturers about 45 minutes away. He said you will literally see lots of brand new RVs with plastic over the windows. There's a shortage of windows.
What?
So he said, can you imagine buying an RV coming up
with no window?
Well, where it's been sitting outside with plastic over the openings until they can get the window. I'm like, ooh.
No.
So he told me it's a good thing we bought one before COVID.
Yeah, I think we were right at that point.
Sunday's
When it
video,
was
by the
made.
way, for those of you that watched it, I don't know what your thoughts are. I was kind of worried because I didn't know if it would be considered controversial, but based upon the comments, I haven't seen any negative comments. Been some good discussions. I mean, some people disagree with me, but they've done it in a very nice way. And the disagreement's not so much they agree the industry's got problems. They're just saying, it's not like the auto industry. That the auto industry, and I understand that. I just try to use it as a comparison. I just don't think making excuses, though, is ever going to solve the problem. And when you say things like, well, you can't expect the dealer's got to take care of their customers first. Again,
Why?
When I walked into the Apple store 2 weeks
care
ago,
of us.
they didn't say, did you buy it at this Apple store? And again, I know some people can
different,
argue that it's different. But, and again, I'm not saying it's simple solutions, but we need to work, the industry should work towards a better system.
Right.
But the bulk of people have just said we totally agree.
Right.
Because I'm guessing a lot of people who watch that video they've had those same issues and are frustrated.
It is frustrating, as you know.
So this weekend,
I'm chilling.
we're chilling.
I have a feeling we'll be working outside a little bit.
They have to go to the
ET for their checkup.
Yeah, their annual is Saturday. I scheduled it at the earliest, like they open at 8:30. I scheduled it for 8:30 because I told the receptionist, if we get in early, maybe by evening they'll start loving us again. Because usually what happens is for a while
We'll be snubbed.
yeah.
Delaney was notorious for that.
Oh,
She
yeah.
would give us
She'd
the
punish you.
evil eye. Ooh. But yeah, these guys need to get weighed again, get their shots, get her heart checked, and hopefully have a good bill of health.
Yep.
They're healthy little puppies. So we gave him baths on Sunday. He needs another trimming. His hair on his head grows so fast. He looks like a crazy boy sometimes with the curls. So, but yeah, that's what's going on here. Just work, plugging away.
All right, I think that's going to do it for this week. I mean, we could talk about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like my $14.99 shirt.
He's been doing so much good clearance check. He's got my clearance radar going at this one local store. And
So Rural King, and I don't know how many are familiar with Rural King. It's kind of like a Tractor Supply.
Kind of. Farmwood Fleet.
But I was in there, a couple weeks ago? And I just happened to look at their men's clearance rack, and they had these Ariat shirts, regular anywhere from $49.99, $59.99.
They're expensive.
Clearance for $14.99.
What?
And I only found one extra large tall.
You started with that.
So I bought it and brought it home because I was like, for $15 you can always use a nice shirt.
Sure.
And it was nice, but it was also a little big. So the next time I went up there, I decided to slip on a large, and the larges actually fit me better. They had a bunch of larges, both long sleeve and short sleeve. So I think I ended up getting five or six.
Well, and you got some short sleeve and long.
Yeah, I got a combination. And again, I probably got all 5 for about what one normally costs because Ariat is
Expensive.
expensive.
And they're nice.
And they're
so
nice.
far they've washed up.
Oh my
so
gosh,
nice.
they wash up. You don't have to iron them.
Does this one have the liners?
They all
like
have like
a shield
mesh
for summer to help keep you cool.
I even have one that's the Rodeo Pro Series. It's like it's embroidered here and on the sleeve like a rodeo ride.
I'm like, oh, you got it mutton busting.
Yeah, Patty says I'm going to do mutton busting. So, all right, everybody. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap it up. Have a great weekend. Hopefully, your weather's going to be nice. Ours is warming up.
Supposed to be good.
And so, till next week, everybody. We'll see ya.
Bye-bye.
On down the road.
Brushing my teeth.
She forgot again, Truman.
Oh, I was focused on puppies.
Yeah, here's your puppies. Say goodbye, Truman. Bye,
Brushing my
Truman.
teeth.